Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
So it feels like a pretty special occasion here in the capital. A bustling scene in the north of the great city of London, and a venue here which has housed some of the game's glitterati since 2006. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Palmer. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Shifted it to the flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. He's well positioned. There's the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. This is Batistuta. And now a sudden chance to counter. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This could be another episode of the Seho Girassi show, I think, Peter. While he's primarily a poacher, he doesn't really have the composure you need in the penalty area when it comes to his finishing. He's a bit Hollywood or bust regarding that. But when it comes to his general play, he has great composure bringing his teammates into the game. So he just needs to get that clinical edge going.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
He's shifting through the gears here. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Fabio Silva. Now it's Fabio Silva. Now it's Girassi. And it's Chukwuemeka. Now it's Fabio Silva. Tries to play it through. Flings it across. And that is expertly dealt with. Nemecha does well to stand firm and defend it. He's in plenty of space here. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. No, he's not getting any further than that. Now it's Chukwuemeka, looking for options for movement. Drives it in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Palmer. Now it's Batistuta. Approaching the half-hour mark. Cannavaro. Kukcu is the team's great visionary. And Adams. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now it's Girassi. Nicely weighted ball. Hoist gets his head on it! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Calafiori. Pedri. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Batistuta. Foot in. Back into the middle. Played into space. Great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Palmer. Tries a deft little ball. And he welcomes it in. Big chance! And that has been cleared. Calafiori proves just a little bit too strong. Keeper's dealt with that. Now that's well seen too. Kukcu. And it's Pedri. Good ball, good take. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Big header! The captain delivers!
Listen, you don't get lucky in doing what he just has. It comes from an inner desire and competitiveness to work on the moments that can elevate his game and this game.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Calafiori. Nemecha simply refused to be outdone there. Gerassi, can he get on the end of this? And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here's the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Chukwuemeka. Nemecha. Ryerson. And it's Chukwuemeka. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Drogba. Palmer. Rodri. And he's forced to go back. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Calafiori. And it's Rodri. Now it's Pedri. Quality ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Batistuta. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Nemecha. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
The attendance for
an hour into the second half.
60,179.
Nemecha. Nemecha cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And he's straight offside. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Substitution in progress.
Baresi calmly anticipates. Chan cuts it out. Over to the left. The less said about that pass, the better. Nemecha. He's a sharp little ball here. Fabio Silva. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Pedri. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Schlotterbeck. Nemecha. Out towards the flank. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So there's going to be another change here.
Substitution.
And it's Palmer. Just about up to 75 minutes. And Batistuta! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Substitutions taking place.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Strokes it back. Pedri.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
This ended up in no man's land. Sabitzer. That's really well manoeuvred. Calafiori. Passing is crisp and sharp.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Drogba. And this is Batistuta! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Schlotterbeck. 1-0 as we head towards the end. He's had a shot! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Adeyemi. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. And the number on the board is 3. Batistuta.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Out to the left it goes.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. That is lovely. And time is up. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. And here's Batistuta. Kosunu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Atalanta! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Azar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Darone.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
To Ketelara. Scamacca with Scamacca! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Goulet. Serginho. And it's Arda Goulet for Palmer. Oh, it's Batistuta. And he's played it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Darone.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
First quarter of an hour gone. Zappacosta. Oh, well measured. And he welcomes it in. He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. Bangladesh really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Palmer. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zappacosta gets rid without sophistication. Azar conjures time and space where few can. And now the breakaway. Atalanta applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Turns back here, probably the best option. Kolasinac. Lookman. Lovely bit of skill. Looking to go deep. Played back in. And that has been knocked clear. Lookman with the short one. And a chance! Oh, it's played into... He gets big! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Lookman! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Batistuta. Spread out to the left. Chance to deliver. He rises! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he's forced to go back. Zappacosta. And it's Daron. Ball played for Lookman. Now it's Bale. Now it's Palmer.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Azar. And this is Bale. Can he finish? It's in! A goal at a really telling moment. That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Numero 4.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Daroon. Lookman. Lookman has a shot! Oh, that's a waste.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Serginho. Goulet. And it's Palmer. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lookman. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kolasinac. Pressing high and with purpose. Daroon. Serginho cuts it out. Cannavaro. Adams. For Palmer. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now, that looks a decent ball. Shoots! So, can they find a way to turn around this deficit? And it's Daroon. Lookman. Goulet. Hazard. And back to the goalkeeper. Kolasinac. Lookman. Over to the left. Back into the middle. Lookman purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Palmer.
Bangladesh really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's a sharp little ball here. Drives it. Oh, smashing header! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Stood up well to him there. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Palmer. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Palmer cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Goulet. Good, strong midfield running here. Could move up a gear here. Now it's to Catalara. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Bale. Palmer. Lookman. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Ball played for Lookman. Into the last quarter of an hour. Aimed beyond the defence. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He slings it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Atalanta surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta. And it's Azar. Goulet. Now it's Bale. Palmer. Knocks it out wide. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Musa did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's very neat. Musa. Musa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not the most accurate pass. Palmer. And this is Batistuta. And this is Bale in with the challenge.
Bangladesh really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Zappacosta has created one goal already. Daroon. And time is up. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Your reflections then, Jim?
Bangladesh didn't quite recover from the early blow, Peter, after which they just got stuck in chase mode.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And this is now today's
Tony
lineup.
Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
And we're underway. Played out wide. Tries to play it through. Bale, who's wide and looking to get onto this. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nicely weighted ball. Serginho. And Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Palmer. Can he get on the end of this? That'll be a corner. That has been knocked clear. And they've got a throw. He's had it taken off him. Sidibe defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Rodri. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's hoisted clear. Good take and shooting chance! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.